It's the Bishop
and Oz.
Glad to be back once again.
Yes.
We've been swinging a hammer.
Man.
We've been swinging a hammer.
Feel like a sledgehammer.
But I mean, hey, there's some topics that are out there that need to be discussed. And so we hope you're enjoying. We hope that you're still with us. We hope that you're liking, sharing, subscribing, and you know, I might be looking for a new co-host after a while. I'll say on this stuff, man. You know, he knows exactly what he's supposed to say. But comment, please. Just comment.
And comment.
No. So if you see advertisement about, the bishop looking for,
Look, don't y'all, if he show up here with a different eyes and y'all watch, I'll hunt y'all down.
He threaten our people. Our wonderful people.
We love y'all. I wouldn't hunt y'all down.
Nah, he would.
I just pray something evil.
Got you.
I'm just joking.
He just said, turn it off. It's too late now. He got you. Say. Anyway, so we got another good one today. I don't know.
This is a tough one.
I don't know, man. I think these last couple of weeks we have just, but it's stuff that got to be talked about.
Yeah. Man. Before we get into this one, I would like to say that what we're about to talk about is not to X out the other or to say that they're not important. We just see things that are being talked about and not being addressed, and we would like to address them. And that's just point blank in what it is. And what we are seeing a lot today are people saying, we don't need men. And I can't for the life of me understand why.
That's the topic. I don't need a man.
I don't need a man. And I just don't understand.
The issue I'm having, and again, you probably get mad at me.
You let me get mad.
I'm seeing a big trend where a lot of people are having children and then Xing out the dudes that I don't need you. I just used you to get what I needed. Get this child here. Now I don't want you no more. And then on the flip side, and I'm going to get the flip side of this, the dudes don't care. Let me help you real fast.
Go on help in this.
A household that's correct is a household that has everything and everyone playing their proper role.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you pull one out,
yep,
the household is incomplete.
Hello.
I don't care how good you are as an individual. I don't care if you got every award. I don't care if the president himself come to your house and tell you are the best of them all. You still incomplete because you don't have everybody in there. You need the father.
Yes.
You need the mother. You need that in the household. Now, can it be done without? It is possible. But we're talking about doing it the right way.
Amen.
And this mentality that we're saying is a lot of people are saying, I don't need no man.
Yeah.
I do it myself because ain't no good men out there, no way. All men are dogs. People had to play. All men are dogs. And ain't no man can hold me down and this, that, and the other. And you have this mentality, and you know what you're doing? You're passing it on to the next generation. That ain't no good men out there. Everybody, all men are just this way. And I can't stand how they portray it on TV, how the men are slow.
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah.
Incompetent. It's just,
And so then what you do is you take what you see on TV, you bring it back to your relationship, and then you tell your significant other they ain't worth nothing. And then if this dude really don't give a care about who you are, they say, you know what, I ain't got to stick around here. And then when they don't do that, then you mad at them. And so then it reinforces what you said.
Yeah. I don't know. How did we get here? I don't know why we even here that we have gotten to a point where we feel like we don't need one another. Like, I need my wife. And apart from that, I need women in general. We need them. It's a uniqueness that they carry that if this was just a society of men, we would be lacking.
Yeah.
And so the other way. If this is just a society of women, y'all would be lacking some major stuff because of what men bring. It's just crazy that we have gotten to this place to where we just told the men we don't need them. We don't need you at all. And it's just like, yes, you do. Look at everything, almost everything around you and around your world evolves around you either needing a female or a male.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that we sit there and think because I got a house, because I got a car, and I got a decent job, and I make good money, and I got my bank account is overflowing, well, that puts me in a category of I don't need.
Sure.
And that's not the case at all.
At all.
That's not the case at all. When did that ever have anything to do with not needing that person?
The Bible even tells us it's not good for man to be alone.
No.
But all of a sudden, you, the master, being alone.
But now that's in the book of Genesis. That's in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to 1 Corinthians.
You're called to
And
Corinthians.
this is what the book of Corinthians says.
What does it say?
In 1 Corinthians 11 and 12, it says, "But among the Lord's people, women are not independent of men, and men are not independent of women. For although the first woman came from man, every other man was born from a woman, and everything comes from God." If God telling us we need one another, who are you to say you don't need?
When did you become this bionic?
Yeah, when did you become so self-sufficient that you don't need nothing? with cars, money, and a house.
You know.
And some nice clothes. You know what I'm saying?
And Lord, no.
And say what's gonna get mad.
Because even with sex,
Mm-hmm.
I don't need no man. I can take care of myself.
Okay.
Well, I don't need no woman. You know, they got stuff out there now. I can take care of myself.
Oh my goodness.
But that's against the will of God.
Hello.
That what made for one individual. Self-pleasure. That's not, no.
Mm-mm.
No. He made that so that two of y'all can get together and do that together. But nowadays in our society, I don't need that. I can do everything myself.
Yep.
And that's just not the way God meant it.
Yeah, I mean, this is messed up that we make these men, we make men feel like they're not needed, and a lot of things in this society wouldn't get done if men didn't stand up and do them. And and I even did a short poll with my wife and my youngest daughter, and I asked them, I said, if you had a choice between sitting at a desk and making $60,000 or $60,000 a year, or working in the schools and making $150,000 a year, I said, which one would you do? See, both of them rich. I'm being a secretary. I ain't going to no school. I'll be like, give me that 150 grand. I'll spray them doggone schools clean. You know what I'm saying? But see, those are just one of the unique differences between men and women, because men will do that stuff. Women ain't go. You know what I'm saying? Most women ain't gonna go in no sewer and spray nothing. You know what I mean? Y'all not gonna do that type of work, and that's okay. That is okay. But to sit there and try to seem like you don't need men, when the very reason why a lot of the infrastructure of this world is running is because men are out there doing it. It's not to say that women ain't out there working some of it, because some women are. But the majority of the infrastructure is worked by men.
Yeah.
And the fact that you tell them that you don't need them and I don't need you, no, you don't need them outside of that. That's what you're saying. That's really what it is. You know what I mean? You don't need them outside of that infrastructure that you're not willing to go work. Because y'all not willing to, so some women ain't willing to work on oil rigs. Y'all not willing to do those jobs that'll get you dirty and nasty. It won't be no more hair looking nice every day. Won't be no more nails looking good. All that stuff is out the door when you do that type of work. Because you gonna get it done one day and the next day, you're going to be right back. All that pretty hair is messed up again. You know what I'm saying? That's not to put men above women. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. What I am trying to say is appreciate men for the stuff that they do. Whether they good or bad, a lot of these men work and are very unappreciated. and really pushed aside and just treated like they second class citizens. I ain't afraid to say it.
And people don't like that. They don't like hearing that because it's a hard truth. And it's a bad thing when you feel not only underappreciated but disrespected. You're a doormat.
Yeah.
And you wonder why suicide rates are the way they are with men. Because first of all, I got to deal with all this stuff. Then I don't know how to, or I don't have a place to let out the stuff that I'm feeling. And so I just say, I can't talk to her, can't talk to them. So I'm just done.
And then to top it all off, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Because we don't need you.
We don't need you.
We don't need you.
So I got what I wanted from you. Done with you. That's a horrible thing.
Yeah.
That is a horrible thing. You treat men like pets. Like you can just go to the store and get another one.
Yeah.
The goldfish. You sell that goldfish down, I just go get another one. Really? But the stuff that I'm offering you, ain't nobody else gonna be able to offer you. The stuff I'm able to do for you, nobody has the sense of humor that I have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody can say the stuff that I say or work the way that I work and just be just expendable. And on the flip side for the women, you got to know your worth. So that what dude say, I don't need no, you gonna need me. You know what I'm saying? I got value. And that's what we need to understand. People have value and we need to learn how to appreciate the value of every individual. And not try to toss aside somebody because your little fickle feelings.
And it goes a lot further and it goes a lot deeper than just a husband and wife type of structure and it goes deeper than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody got every man and woman has that one person that they want to be with. You know what I mean? I got a wife, ain't no no other woman comes before her. But the fact that we just sit there and just try to put all men under the umbrella of I don't need none of them, that's just preposterous. Because half of y'all wouldn't be here. Wouldn't none of us be here if it wasn't for fathers.
That's true.
When none of us be here, I don't care how independent you is. If your daddy didn't do what he did with your mother, you wouldn't be here.
Bingo.
Needed.
Bingo.
Needed. I know y'all carrying the term. I know. But still, my seed is just as important as your womb. If they wasn't equally important, they wouldn't both be needed in order to create life. I'm just saying. Say what you want.
Y'all catch all that? Men, and I hope some men are watching this to know that you are important.
Yeah, you're important, man.
You're important. You need to know that. You need to hear that. You are needed and you are important. And if somebody dropped you, somebody left you, however that works, you still important.
Amen.
And where one dropped off, God brings somebody else that appreciate the gift that you are.
Yeah.
And so don't you give up. Don't you give in. Don't you walk away. God got a purpose for you, and He'll put the right people in your life that will pull that purpose up out of you.
Yes. You
are needed. You are important. And ladies, I pray that the Lord will put the right person in your life to show you how to be that mate that you need to be. That He will bless you to be with that individual that enhances your gifts.
Yeah.
That makes you a better person. Because, and I pray that if you with somebody that you shouldn't be with, it breaks the relationship up. I pray stuff like that. I do. I pray, especially, and I ain't praying break up no marriages. I don't pray that. But if you're like in a dating and you're trying to figure out, is this your person? If this ain't the person, I pray the Lord break it up fast, quick, so that you won't waste no time. Yeah. Because a lot of times people have the mentalities because they've been hurt. I don't need nobody because all the other ones hurt me. And so I'm praying that He will bring somebody that's not going to hurt you, that's going to complete you and help you to be everything He wants you to be.
Yes.
And hopefully you heard that if you didn't cut us off too soon. Because some folk might have got, I ain't listening to that. I don't need that. You do.
But yeah, we gotta stop. We gotta stop acting like we don't need one another, man. Like I said, it's bigger than just being a husband and wife need that I'm trying to get out. We need each other, period. Regardless of if I'm married to you or not. You give an insight on life that I can't see, and vice versa. And we need that from one another, man. We do.
Yeah.
We do. We can't live without one another, man. We can't.
I hope you're hearing that.
I mean, we really can't. We cannot live without one another, man. We can't.
Hezekiah Walker made a song that said, I need you to survive.
Yeah.
And it's the truth. We need each other to survive. So I will hope that you erase that I don't need a man, or even for those I don't need nobody else in my life, erase that. And just ask God, who would you want in my life to help me be who you want me to be, instead of trying to be that person on the island. Because that person on the island needs somebody.
That's right.
Because if you're going to cut down that tree, you got to get the coconuts, you got to build a fire, somebody got to help you. And if you think you're going to do it by yourself, I feel bad for you. Feel bad. So much more that could be said, but I think after all this, you probably like, y'all is on something different. What's in those cups? Water.
Water.
Water. I promise you, it's nothing but water in our cups. But again, some hard-hitting issues, but we just want you to know where we are, where we come from, how we believe, and then we want to know how you believe. Hit us with them comments. Because maybe you heard something and said, I don't agree with that. It's okay.
Yeah.
It is okay. Help us.
Yeah.
Because maybe a perspective that you're going to have is going to help us to become better men.
Yeah.
Better hosts. You know what I'm saying? Help us. Because as we said before, we're not saying that everything that we say is right.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Maybe we need another perspective. Help us with that. So, and the only way you can do that is comment.
Comment. You typing all the time anyway. Got them thumbs strong.
Anyways, I think that's a good place to stop.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed this. Again, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, and catch us on the next go round. And as always, it's the Bishop
and Oz.
We will catch you next time.
This is the Bishop.